Hello and welcome back. In this one, we're going to be comparing Linux and Windows. Not a real comparison. I messed up in a few spots. On the first segment, Windows is actually on the left and Linux is on the right. I have it labeled backwards. And then the rest of the time, it's labeled right. And in the last segment, I tried to turn frame generation off on Windows, and for some reason it didn't take. Probably something I did. Oh, I noticed a few things. I'm not sure why these are the way they are. I'll point them out after the segments. But it almost appears that Windows light tracing is turned off or down low or something. I checked the settings on it and they're exactly the same, so I don't know what's going on. Either it's a different version of Cyberpunk, like on Windows, it's different than Linux on the versioning. I don't know. It could be that. It could be the way Wayland handles it versus whatever Windows handles it. I don't know. Anywho, this is just pretty much for people to kind of get a really rough idea of the differences between Linux and Windows when it comes to gaming. And Cyberpunk 2077 is the most intensive game I have right now. So Cyberbug it is. Well, did you guys catch all that? I went ahead and took some screenshots of some of the spots I was talking about and wanted to show you. On the left, if you notice here, if you notice on the left that the paper's more blurrier than it is on the right. Now, in this next image, you notice the light, how much more clear this is than Windows. Where the previous image, it was Linux is more blurrier than Windows. It goes back and forth like this the whole time. But it's like 60-40, where Windows is clearer more times than Linux is. But Linux has light ray tracing going and Windows does not. There we go. Got the big one. And we'll go on to the next one. All right. Notice the bar on the right hand side here under the Windows one. Notice the lighting right here. Difference on the rail here and here. And then in this one, no lighting on the bar. There's lighting on the bar here. And if you look over here, slightly blurrier on the left than it is the right. But if you look over here, there's a puddle of water over here. And there is on the right side. But you get some reflections on here on the left. It's like Windows doesn't even have the light tracing turned on. Oh, and this is the one I took out of one of the frame generation. Now, if you notice the difference in the frames, and up here, the FPS counter and all that stuff, I had it on Windows and it would not show up at all when I screen recorded it. I'm not familiar with Windows, so who knows? Who knows why that's happening? And this next one, this is 1440p, ultra settings, ray tracing on, all of it. And we're getting a slightly clearer image on the Windows side than we are on the Linux side. I couldn't find the video, but it was 1080 with everything on. It was clearer on the left side than it was on the right. So I don't know how that all works with that either. On the right side, if you notice, it's a little more blurry where the lighting is. The trees are more blurrier. Overall, the image on the left is clearer than the one on the right. And this is out of the last video too, because of the frame difference. And at the end of the video, if you notice the shadowing here, good to see that Windows has that too. It has it a bit over here on the Linux side, and sometimes Linux has it like really bad all up and down the tree, like this right here. So I'm kind of wondering if it's a different version of Cyberpunk. Like Windows has a newer version than the Linux side does. I'm not exactly sure. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. It's late. I'm tired. Gotta finish editing this video. I'll see you next time.